This is the lineup we've got for you, and in the centre of the course we've got a home favourite in Galambos Petter, along with the rest of the field, who Martin will take us through.
Yeah, in Hungary they say the surname first. I asked why they did that, and it was like, well, why do you say the Christian name first? So anyway, Nils Torre, European silver medalist, Italian, born from Pisa. There we see the Irish sculler Jacob McCarthy, brother of Fintan McCarthy, not here in the double with Paul O'Donovan normally. Skibbereen oarsman from the west of Ireland. Monon Colpart from Belgium was in contention for that double with Niels van Zandvega and Thibaut Vevey, but he's here, the physiotherapy student. Galambos Petter, the Hungarian, more of him as we go down the course. His nickname is Little Pigeon, because Galam means pigeon in English. Baptiste Savet in great form here from the French Small Boat Championships. It was a Frenchman, Hugo Berry, who won this event in Bled last year. And here's the world champion, but he's on an outside lane, not been in the best of form, or the form he would have liked, the world champion from Switzerland, from the Steinhausen canton. Pulls a mean 6:09 on the ergo, which is a pretty decent score for 2K, and he'll need all of that on this near side because this is a brutal headwind that these scullers are going into.
Yeah, all of these scullers weighed in at less than 72.5 kilos 2 hours ago, so level playing field. It's all about who can scull the best, who's willing to dip below that red line and cross the line first.
Well, the red light is on. The red line will hit them somewhere at about 1,500 metres gone probably, and they'll be pushing through, going to a dark place to get themselves over the line. The red light's on, but I think they haven't had the call over yet. I just noticed the scullers still sitting quite relaxed right now.
Yeah, sitting forwards, nerves always high.
We've been having quite long waits on the start, the gap between the attention and then the buzzer going off. That one wasn't too long. The scullers were able to square the blades and get away pretty smoothly. Not a great start from the Irish sculler over there, McCarthy, but everyone else getting away pretty smoothly as we have a look at the Belgian there and this lovely drone shot that gives you this picture that it's a very open environment, so the wind can really blow in from that left side. It doesn't create waves, but it probably has been affecting the course a little bit.
Yeah, so, well, there's the great man, Galambos Petter, 37 years of age. As we said, the nickname, the Little Pigeon. He got married just a couple of years ago, and he's got 5 world medals. I think in Carapiro in 2010 was a particular highlight for him. He's got World Cup medals all over the place. Here in Hungary, he would love to get a medal. He's got a fast start when he wants to. He's also got a great finish in his back pocket, but sometimes you never know quite what Galambos is going to pull out. Savet from France in the lead.
Yeah, wow, this is a really gutsy start from the Frenchman, Baptiste Savet. He's got almost a length on the field, and it's not even 500 meters in yet. It's a long race, so it's a very bold move to be rating that high, putting that much in this early in the race when you've still got a long way to go.
Yeah, that's right. Fast start from the French sculler. Looking at the top of the screen is Nils Torre. He got the silver medal at the World Championships last year. So I think he'll be pretty pleased with the position he's got himself into. Here he is right up on the top of the water, looking very clean and connected to me. Yeah, the Italian hails from, well, near the town of Pisa in Italy. He is the next one in from the double of Oppo and Suarez, which did well yesterday, grabbed a medal in the first day of finals. But as we come through to 500, it is the man from Aix-les-Bains. He's a student at the Grenoble School of Management. Loves running, cycling, walking in the mountains, as you would do if you came from around Grenoble. And here's Savet trucking in the first quarter. Again, just looking super connected as you would in this headwind, that you get the blades in, and it's not hard to leave your arms out straight and long in front of you and then try and, I guess, move the boat while those blades are connected and under the water. So guys, can Galambos Petter pick up a medal? Because, you know, the Hungarians would dearly love to see him on the medal rostrum. He's in 4th place at the moment, and it's the Belgian Marlon Colpart who's in a more favoured lane to his right, who's got that bronze medal position. Yeah, the race in these long races, and these are going to be long races,
these kind of margins often really develop in the second half of the race. So it's definitely still there. So Niels Torres currently making the best of it out there, just a little bit over Baptiste Savert. Silver medalist, Baptiste was 4th at World, so these guys know each other well. They've raced each other multiple times before. But Niels Torres did the best. He won his heat straight through to the final, and he's got one of the favoured lanes. So theoretically, the lanes have been redrawn, so that far side should have a little bit more shelter, and it's that reward for putting it in the early rounds. And
he's leaving his arms out there really well, I think. You know, he was just very patient at the front of the stroke, and that's particularly important in these headwind conditions.
Yeah, I mean, your forearms are going to burn if you get into breaking your arms too early. So yes, get those blades locked in against the water and then really hang off with the body, create that kind of suspension between your feet and the handles. Seems a really, you know, effective way to scull in a headwind. Imogen, do you talk about suspension? That used to be a big word in rowing.
Oh, definitely. You know, especially when you're a lightweight, you only got so much body weight to play with. So the more of your body weight that you can hang off the handles, the better. And to see the amount of time that these scullers have with their blades under the water, that's the bit where they're moving the boat. And their blades are out of the water. The best thing you can do is not slow the boat down. So blades buried, trying to push it all the way through. The good shot there of Marlon, the Belgian. And now back into Baptiste, who's having a fantastic scull.
Yeah, and like you say, I like the word, you use the word push it. You know, people think you're pulling, but you're pushing it down with the legs open the back and then just finishing it off with the arms. It looks hard, though, to me, and I wonder whether this French sculler might pay for that early pace.
Yeah, coached by Sami Baraté, who was a staple sculler in the French team. There's Niels Torre, looks really smooth out in front. He's got the best lane over on the far side. That's why he's leading by so much. We're not seeing the 4th place. I just wonder whether we can see where Galambos Petter is and whether there's any chance he'll get back on the Belgian.
Sadly, I can tell you from the monitor beside me that he has dropped back, that it's about 50 metres that is the distance back to the Hungarian sculler, Galambos Petter, so you can see it now with this picture panning back, that it's quite a clear Italian sculler out in front, and then these other two wrestling for the silver and the bronze medal.
Yeah, I wonder what the psychology is when you know you've got that favoured lane on the far side. You just got to make the most of it and, you know, I guess put your foot on the other competitors and take the advantage, because it doesn't always come to you, does it?
Yeah, Niels Torres, I mean, he is really walking away with this race. We usually talk about lightweight racing as having small margins, but fantastic example of really levering through the pin there. Lots of suspension, as you were saying, and staying relaxed in a headwind, which is also really, really important. He's able to look across all the way to his left there and just keep an eye on the rest of the field as we come into the final 500 metres of this race. Crossing the line for 2nd place in the 1500 with Baptiste Savert is still holding on to that 2nd place finish from an outside lane there. We would have expected, I think, Jake McCarthy to come back into it a little bit, a little shot there. But it's actually the local favourite, Galambos Petter, who is you know, really sticking in there and doing his absolute best with it.
Well, here he is, Galambos Petter will be pushing it now with the home crowd in front of him. He's at 34 strokes a minute, trying to pick it up and close the gap. But you can see it from your picture, the Italian way out in front in the gold medal position.
Yeah, kind of would have expected the world silver medalist and European silver medalist. Look at the Frenchman there. Savert is nearly dying, the 23-year-old. He is going to get, I guess, slower and slower and slower. He's gone so hard. And Galambos Petter, you can see there, well, I think as I look to my left, there's still about 350 metres. The Frenchman is probably slowing every stroke. What are the relative boat speeds, Greg?
Yeah, well, you can see that they're just coming into the red boys now, into their last 250. Galambos Petter is moving faster than the French sculler, but I think the French sculler has too much of a lead now, or does he?
So it's Niels Torre out in front. He has not let up. He's got the highest boat speed. We got the top 3 there. We haven't got the race for 4th place. I look back, Galambos Petter is not going to get through the Belgian or the French. Savert will hang on to that bronze medal. In fact, he's even dueling with the Belgian sculler for the silver medal. Where's he found that sprint from? Colpart under threat for the silver medal. So we come up to the line, and it is the Italian Nils Torre, the 24-year-old. He's won by an ocean of clear water. Look at that margin. It will be the Belgian at present to take the silver medal. Great skull from Marlo Kilpart, the physiotherapy student, or will it?
Oh, it's gonna be
Savayet
close.
has found something. Yes, the Belgian just gets it. I think Savayet nearly took it off him, the Frenchman, and Galan-Bosch-Petter finishes in fourth place. Drazina, the world champion, is coming in on this unfavoured near side lane in fifth. And well, for those of you watching in Skibbereen, I don't think Jacob McCarthy figured a lot, but he has come in sixth place.
Yeah, it just shows tough conditions out there. Maybe wondering what's going on the right of the picture here for Andres Drazina, the world champion. But he found himself not having a great weekend, so by not doing well in the early rounds, he's over here on this side of the course, and Nils Torre took every advantage, and today was his day, getting the gold medal after that silver at the World Championships.
Yeah, and then there was that close race, and it was just a Belgian. I'm kind of glad, because I said he was going to win silver, like a bit too far out, and then I thought, oh, well, I'm going to be wrong.
Well, it's a tricky angle we've got here as we're watching. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt there,
Thanks,
Martin.
Greg.
Tricky angle that you see. Yeah, it was a brave race by the French sculler that he went out earlier. I thought he might have blown up more, but he hung on clearly for that bronze medal ahead of the fast-finishing Hungarian Galan-Bosch-Petter. But that's your top three. We will be seeing getting medals any moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem.